Hello you lovely lot and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been before, I'm Jason. I'm an online reseller. I buy things cheap and sell them online, mainly on eBay and Vinted, to make a profit. In this video, I'll show you what I sold last week. I'll show you what I bought the items for and also how much I sold them for. Come with me. It's the start of a new week, so let's see what I sold on Monday. I'll start off with this mug. I've wrapped it up in bubble wrap for storage. I'll wrap more around it for postage. You can't see what it is, but it's a nice snowman mug. I'll put a little picture up. That was 50p purchase into £7.87. And all of these are plus postage. Okay, so yeah, I got over a tenner for that effectively. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4 energy drinks. I've only got a dozen left. Selling them really cheap now to get them gone because they're gone past the best before date. £2. A Rubik Cube, I think that was like about 20p, or it worked out about that. Part of a bundle from the tip shop. That went for £3.13. A Christmas card, £2.71. Every little helps. This little alarm clock radio, it's got like an infrared projector so you can see the time on the ceiling. There's no power cable. It's gone a bit yellowed, so I disclosed that. Went for £7.55. And a pickup from a charity shop, I think it was their ambulance a couple of months back, Pokino. I had it listed for £24, and I had an offer last night for £20 and a few pennies, and I was close to accepting it, but the offer had a few hours left, so I thought I'll sit on it for a while. And not long later, ka-ching, and someone had bought it for the full price. So yeah, pleased with that. £1 into 24. And finally, this calculator, I think it cost me 50p, and that sold for £7.08. Let's get them packed and then posted. See you in a bit. Well, it's taken me a good couple of hours to package all of these up. Unfortunately, these are all every deliveries. Some of them could have gone yesterday, but I can't deliver every day. One Royal Mail parcel. But why do everyone use every, please? Please use Royal Mail. Popped into a couple of charity shops in Daventry this morning. I didn't actually buy anything, although this puzzle was outside for free. Is it all there? I don't know. Am I going to do the puzzle? No. Am I going to count the pieces? Possibly. Apart from that, I just picked up some good packing boxes. And all of these were from one of the better places to source them from, Heron Foods. They're generally better quality boxes. They don't rip them up and cut them into pieces. Not many, but some good quality packing boxes. Right, cup of tea beckons. See you in a bit. It's now Thursday morning, and another pickup I've just made. A load of packing boxes and packing materials, all free from a local business. It's often either feast or famine with packing boxes for me. I've either got too many at one time or not enough. I've been struggling of late, so all of these will come in very useful. Thank you very much. Right, time for a cup of tea, and I'll get all these sorted out. See you in a bit. So let's look at a few more sales and also a pickup. I've already wrapped one of the sales up, but on top of the box is a pickup that was free off of Olio, so hopefully I'll get that listed soon and sold in time for Christmas. Inside the box is a leather care set for leather furniture, upholstery, that sort of thing, so it's oils, polish. Didn't cost me anything. That sold for £7.66 plus postage. A pair of Riker shoes, if they're the ones I think they are. I did overpay on those back in the summer as a car boot. I think I might have spent £5. It could be 4, but I've got a feeling it was 5. I had them listed for £25 for quite some time, reduced them to 20 something, and in the end I took an offer for £16.78, but it's still reasonable profit, I guess, just not as much as I'd have hoped for. A Simpsons DVD I bought for 50p off of the Isle of Wight from a charity shop. I thought it might be a rarer one, but it still sold for £1.70, so perhaps not really worth doing, but it's £1.20 extra in my pocket. And finally, Cranky, this little Cranky toy from Thomas the Tank Engine, get it right in a minute. Taken Place series, didn't cost me anything. Another freebie off of Olio, and that's sold for £9.56, and it does pack away to make it easier to pack. There you go, that'll be easier to box. Let's get packing. See you in a bit. Just 3 pickups whilst I was out and about today. From the 50p table at the health centre, some pineapple lashes, not my sort of thing. A tea light holder, an origami bird, that's promising. And a 24 CD wallet. I might use that for some of those Harry Potter CDs I recently picked up. But yeah, £1.50 for those 3. Just 2 sales from yesterday. This Ghost Recon Shadow Wars game sold for £3.12, cost me 50p. And this Lego Fire Slicer, is that how you pronounce it? It cost me £1, possibly 2. I'll put it up in a corner, and that sold for £11.44. I'll get them packed and shipped. See you in a bit. I'm just taking a break between listing. And whilst doing that and having me a cup of tea, I thought I'd check my eBay store, and I've just noticed I've had some feedback that isn't positive. And the other day I was actually watching one of Reseller George's videos on YouTube, and he was talking about how feedback favours the buyers rather than the sellers. And if you get negative feedback, rightly or wrongly, it's hard to get it overturned. I did make a comment on his video. Earlier this year, I had a couple of feedbacks I did actually get overturned. It wasn't straightforward, and it involved a lot of phone calls and a lot of messaging and toing and froing. But I got my account back to 100%, which is where it should have been. But yeah, listen to this one. Listen to this one. Got to find it now. I've lost it. And the plot. I've lost the plot. Right, this is their feedback. Item well packaged and as described. Sounds good so far. And received within a good time. Sounds good, doesn't it? But that's gone down as neutral. And it's the only bit of feedback on my account that isn't positive. So obviously I'm a bit annoyed with that. So I'll get on the blower to eBay later to see if they can delete it. I'll probably have to get in touch with the buyer. I suspect they've made a mistake and clicked neutral instead of positive. But things like that annoy me, make me all grumpy. Anyway, I'm going to have another couple of minutes, look at what else has sold, and crack on with some more listing. See you in a bit.
Free Choice Fridays off and running with Jason's Choice from Braunston. Bernie, hello Jason. I know it's Friday, but it's my birthday on Sunday. One step closer to my free bus pass. However, I wouldn't want to come across as being pompous, requesting a song for my own birthday. Heaven forfend, Jace. Heaven forfend. So as it's also Billy Idol's birthday on Sunday, he'll be 70. Billy Idol at 70 was never meant to be. It's hard to compute that. A dedication to him, please. Can we have Rebel Yell? Yes, we can.
It's now Monday morning, and it's time to look at what else sold last week and time to pack up what sold over the weekend. I'll start off with Fringe, series 1 to 5 on DVD. I took an offer on those for £30. And to be honest, I was quite disappointed. I thought I might watch them over the Christmas period, but not to worry. They cost me £5 from Barnardo's Hub in Rugby recently. This Gingerbread Girl, as Jasmine corrected me, I said Gingerbread Man, but apparently it's a girl. That went for £18.22. It cost us £2 from a Northampton car boot a couple of months ago. I did have an insulting offer for about £8 sent to me, which, needless to say, I rejected and politely said, no thank you. And these turned out to be an interesting sale. I was quite pleased with these in the end. I seen them at Dunchurch car boot on a big mat, stuff going for 50p, and I picked them up and put them down a couple of times. They weren't working, the batteries were buggered in them, and there was a couple of splits in them. I think that's one there, look, but it's very superficial. Don't know if you can see that. But yeah, they were 50p, and they've actually gone for £11, so works out being worthwhile in the end. And I've got these mugs, a couple of mugs, Christmassy mugs in a nice tray. I think they're the English Tableware Company. They seem quite posh. But I think they were 50p from Walsgrave car boot. And they've gone for £18.60. And that definitely cost me 50p. Christmas in the Valleys. Welsh Male Voice Choirs Christmas CD. 50p. And that has sold for £5.22. Who says CDs are dead? If you get a rare one like this, not a common, what's the name? Lady Gaga or Robbie Williams, anything popular, I wouldn't sell on its own, but that was definitely worth a go. Jack and the Beanstalk, that was part of a free bundle of books. It's in very poor condition. I sold it for £1. And also the Simpsons VHS, Crime and Punishment. I bought that for 50p from the hospital shop whilst I was in one of the hospitals with me dad, bless him. But yeah, it sold for £2.50. And Jasmine will be pleased with this one. I think it cost her 20 pence, and she has sold that for £3.46. And finally, these, I think they're hockey shoes. I bought them from Dunchurch back in the summer. Did I pay £3? Possibly 4. I can't remember. I took an offer on those and sold them for £23.37. Right, let's get all those packed, and copyright notice coming up. See you in a bit. Well, I've got all those items packaged. Thankfully 4 are going via Royal Mail, so well done, thank you very much. Unfortunately, I've got 5 going via Every, and all I'm going to say is good luck. See you in a bit.